Welcome to the Midday Sports Bulletin on June 25th, 2025, brought to you by Harry. Delap opens his account as Chelsea land in favorable knockout bracket. On the morning of June 25th, Chelsea cruised to a dominant 3-0 win over Asturias, securing second place in Group D at the FIFA Club World Cup 2025, a result that books them a round of 16 clash against Benfica. Earlier, Flamengo had already locked up top spot in the group with 6 points, edging both Asturias and Chelsea on head-to-head record. That made their final group game against Los Angeles purely academic. It ended in a 1-1 draw, which means Flamengo will face Group C runners-up Bayern Munich, who surprisingly lost 0-1 to Benfica in their final group fixture. In the decisive match for second place, Chelsea's superior quality and depth were on full display as they comfortably dispatched Asturias 3-0. Tosin Adarabioyo, Liam Delap, and Trix Zock were the goal scorers for the London club, with Delap netting his first-ever Club World Cup goal. With that result, the Blues now face Group C winners Benfica in the knockouts. And while that's no easy match, many believe Enzo Maresca's side have landed in the more favorable side of the draw. In contrast, Bayern Munich find themselves in the tournament's toughest bracket, one that could include PSG, Inter Milan, Manchester City, and Real Madrid in the later rounds. On June 24th, the first two round of 16 fixtures were confirmed: Inter Miami versus PSG, Paris versus Botafogo. If both PSG and Bayern win their round of 16 ties, they'll meet in the quarterfinals, a potential early heavyweight showdown. Key scenarios to watch going into the final group stage matches in Groups E, G, and H. Inter Milan, currently second in Group E, will face the Group F winner in the round of 16. Real Madrid, first in Group H, are set to take on Manchester City, second in Group G. That makes the final group games critical. If Inter Milan and Man City want to avoid the group of death bracket, they'll need to top their respective groups. Meanwhile, Real Madrid may consider finishing second in Group H, a strategic move to avoid a potential bracket that includes both PSG and Bayern. Barca close in on Rashford. Even as Barcelona near the completion of a deal for Nico Williams, the Catalan giants aren't done in the market. According to Spanish media, head coach Hansi Flick highly values Marcus Rashford and sees him as a key attacking option for the upcoming season. Barca have reportedly agreed personal terms with Nico Williams and are preparing to trigger his €60 million release clause from Athletic Bilbao. The young Spanish winger is on the radar of big clubs like Bayern Munich, Chelsea, and Arsenal, but Barcelona appear the most determined. That said, Flick is still pushing to bring in Rashford due to his ability to operate on both flanks and through the middle. The German coach believes Rashford's presence could add a new dimension to Barca's attack, especially as the club aims to build a squad worthy of Champions League contention. Rashford no longer features in the plans of new Manchester United boss Ruben Amorim. In the latter half of last season, he was loaned to Aston Villa but failed to make a major impact. Though Villa have a buy option, Rashford reportedly prefers joining a club with Champions League football, making Barca his top choice. He's even gone on record expressing a desire to play alongside wonderkid Lamine Yamal. Asked about the prospect, Rashford said with a knowing smile, "Of course, everyone wants to play with the best. However, the deal still faces hurdles. United want to sell Rashford outright this summer to raise funds for a squad rebuild. Barca, on the other hand, only want a loan with a buy option and are demanding that United cover part of the 1997-born forward's salary. Rashford is one of several names who could leave Old Trafford this summer, alongside Jadon Sancho, Antony, Alejandro Garnacho, and even Rasmus Højlund, who is reportedly being closely monitored by Napoli. Lyon, relegated. A shock for French football. A bombshell has dropped in Ligue 1. Olympique Lyon, a historic powerhouse in French football, have officially been relegated to the second division due to severe financial troubles. The decision, announced on June 24th by France's Professional Football League, LFP, follows a final ruling from the financial watchdog, DNCG. Lyon immediately announced their intent to appeal the ruling, but it's a massive blow to one of France's most storied clubs. In an official statement, the Groupama Stadium side expressed deep confusion over the decision and claimed full cooperation with DNCG throughout the process. The primary issue? A debt of €175 million uncovered by DNCG in late 2023. The club was already hit with a transfer ban and warned of potential relegation. Despite presenting what it called a viable financial plan, the watchdog remained unconvinced. Things worsened when DNCG discovered total liabilities nearing $575 million across the broader football ecosystem of Eagle Football Group, the entity owned by American businessman John Textor. This includes Lyon, Botafogo, Brazil, Molenbeek, Belgium, and formerly a stake in Crystal Palace, England. A last-ditch effort to funnel funds from Botafogo to Lyon was rejected. In an attempt to restore liquidity, Textor sold 43% of his Crystal Palace shares to billionaire Johnson for $254 million. While this provided a short-term cash boost, DNCG still refused to back down. But Lyon's issues go beyond the balance sheet. On the pitch, they've lost their competitive edge. The 2024-25 season saw them finish 6th in League One, missing out on Champions League football, a major revenue source. In the Europa League, they were eliminated in the quarterfinals by Manchester United. From a club that won 7 consecutive League One titles, 2002-2008, Lyon are now staring down a full-blown crisis. Once a model of financial stability and youth development, they are now battling to survive, both competitively and economically. For the past 2 years, Lyon have been under salary and transfer restrictions imposed by DNCG, clear signs of looming trouble. If the appeal fails, this will mark the first time in the 21st century Lyon are relegated to League Two, a bitter fall from grace for a club that once symbolized French football excellence. Their famed academy produced stars like Karim Benzema, Corentin Tolisso, and Alexandre Lacazette. But in modern football, financial missteps are unforgiving. History and legacy are no guarantee of survival when you're drowning in debt. Neymar extends contract with Santos. After much speculation about his future, Neymar has officially signed a contract extension with Santos, the club where he started his professional career. The deal keeps him at the Brazilian side until December 2025, with a decision on his next move expected in January 2026. The news, confirmed by reliable sources including Goal, ends all rumors about a summer move elsewhere. Neymar returned to Santos in early 2025 after a stint with Al Hilal in Saudi Arabia and a serious ligament injury. His homecoming touched the hearts of Brazilian fans, and now the extension proves his commitment is more than emotional. It's also driven by competitive fire. According to Goal, Neymar was deeply moved when talking about his decision. "I still feel the fire in my heart every time I wear the Santos shirt. This is where my journey began, and now is the time to help the club reclaim its rightful place." At 33 and still regaining fitness, Neymar remains focused on winning silverware with Santos this season, especially the Copa Sudamericana, where the team is making a strong run. The new contract reportedly features minimal changes in salary and bonuses, driven largely by Neymar's passion for the club and his desire to regain top form ahead of the 2026 World Cup. His presence has also had a major impact off the pitch. Matches featuring Neymar have drawn massive crowds and TV ratings, significantly boosting Santos's commercial revenue. He's also playing a mentorship role in the club's youth academy. With his commitment to stay until the end of 2025, Neymar has more time to script a fitting final chapter to his storied career, right where it all began. This isn't just a symbolic contract. For Santos and Brazilian football, it's a beacon of hope. That wraps up the June 25th midday bulletin from Harry. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.